You're watching 48 Fastcast.
All right, y'all, 7:01. Happy Wednesday. Halfway through the week here, moving along, chugging slowly this morning. We are functioning slowly just because it's just kind of crummy out there. So definitely take your time if you are driving.
Yeah, going a little bit slower on the roads is probably a good idea in this kind of weather.
Yeah, I would try and allow maybe 5-10 extra minutes. We've got a lot of wind to deal with, wet roads. Most of our cameras, our Fly HSV Delta cams, they are shaking this morning because of the wind we're dealing with. And of course, the rainfall, light to moderate showers. We've seen some lightning strikes, heard some thunder this morning, but we are not anticipating any form of strong to severe storms. This is just going to be a wet, dreary day. Pretty chilly and definitely blustery. The more widespread rain right now is actually east of I-65, but we still have some showers developing over parts of northwest Alabama into Lauderdale, Colbert, down into Franklin County, moving into Lawrence County, Hatton, out to Moulton, through Morgan, Coleman, Marshall, Jackson, DeKalb, and even up there in Middle Tennessee. Just about everyone dealing with the rain this morning. Widespread wet roads, poor visibility. Now the more widespread intense rain starts to come to an end by about lunchtime through the afternoon. Some drier hours, maybe periods of drizzle, mist, or some light scattered rain. This is beneficial though, picking up ½ an inch to an inch of rainfall by the end of the day.
This is your 48 First Alert Road Report, sponsored by Bankston Motorhomes.
And traffic update, we've hit that 7 o'clock hour. Obviously more volume out there. You can see the wet roads and the camera shaking, and rain, wind, wet roads, and it's all going to slow things down. It's already doing that. 565 and 72 are slow. Even Joe Wheeler Highway getting to the bridge in Decatur slow. The Parkway coming north to south, or even south to north when you get into South Huntsville, it's a little slow. And up and over Montesano, drive times have been increased. And here are those drive times, including Owens Crossroads to Huntsville, which will take you 24 minutes. Jonathan.
All right, thanks, Jeff. Well, Florence police are looking into the death of an 11-year-old who was found unresponsive in a car outside of his home. Florence police say the child was discovered in that car on Monday at an apartment complex on Hermitage Drive. The child was rushed to the hospital where he later died. Police officials are waiting for the results of the autopsy to determine the cause of death.
A Decatur woman has been arrested by Priceville police, accused of leading officers on a high-speed chase with her 2 young children in her car. Our partners at the Decatur Daily say Ebony Taylor was arrested on Sunday. She's accused of speeding on State Route 67 before leading police on a chase into Decatur. Authorities say they noticed Taylor's 8-year-old and 5-year-old in the car when she tried to escape into a home before being caught. Court records show that Taylor had been out on bond for trafficking fentanyl and drug possession at the time of this latest arrest. In Marshall County, a mother has pleaded guilty to child abuse charges after her daughter was found badly injured in 2022. Carmen Casanova admitted to leaving her toddler alone on a top bunk while she left to care for her infant. Court documents show she waited nearly an hour to call 911 after finding the child unconscious. First responders found the little girl with bruises, a busted lip, and severe brain injuries. Casanova faces life in prison. She is set to be sentenced on January 5th. Her child has recovered and has since been adopted by foster parents.
Well, the Morgan County DA's office has been tasked with looking into the case of a man who died in Decatur police custody. The family of John Scott Jr. says that he was having a mental health crisis when he was arrested back in April. Decatur police released body camera footage of the arrest, which shows officers punching and tasing him. Scott was taken to jail where he went into medical distress. He fell into a coma and died shortly after. Well, hundreds of people will soon lose their jobs at a manufacturing facility in Fort Payne. Officials with Renfro Brands share that many operations at that plant there will be closing and being moved to the Cleveland, Tennessee facility. Fort Payne Mayor Brian Bain says over 350 people will be laid off as a result of this. Current employees at the Fort Payne facility will be considered for new positions at the one in Cleveland. The layoffs go into effect just 2 days after Christmas.
Well, in just a few days, the new mayor of Decatur will take office. How he's preparing for the role, next.
Welcome back. Well, in just a few days, Mayor-elect Kent Lawrence will take office as the new mayor of Decatur.
Yeah, Lawrence has spent the past few months preparing for this new role. He says he'd like to see more businesses along the Beltline, Highway 31, and downtown. He plans to work with Huntsville, or current Decatur Mayor Tommy Battle, Huntsville Mayor Tommy Battle, and upcoming Madison Mayor Renee Bartlett to build another river bridge across Decatur. Lawrence also says new apartments have not been built in the city in several years, and that the city needs more subdivisions and apartments, especially with Space Command coming to Huntsville.
Adding rooftops is very important to us. When it comes to Space Command, the new Southbrook subdivision that I mentioned a while ago will be prime for people that are participating or members of the Space Command coming here, because it's has quick access to 67 back to 65 to get to Huntsville.
Lawrence says work is being done to repair the city's sewer system, along with some roads that are being patched.
Now, your first alert weather with meteorologist Eric Burke.
Well, good Wednesday morning. Once again, wet roads, poor visibility, just really not the best day to really get up and get going. If you can, just roll right back over, go back to bed. But a lot of us have obligations. Madison, Jackson, and parts of DeKalb, as well as Marshall County, seeing the more widespread rain, but still have some showers spreading out across areas along and west of I-65 and more behind it. The reason we're tracking rain and gusty winds for most of the day, it's this center of low pressure just off to our west. Now that's gradually just going to kind of wobble right over us in the Tennessee Valley. See that well-defined counterclockwise rotation, and the reason the temperatures start to fall later today, the wind will shift to the north and west. Current temperatures are in the upper 40s to low 50s, probably as warm as we're going to get today. We've got a sustained wind about 10 to 20 miles per hour, and that stays with us through almost the entire day. Wind gusts 20, maybe up to 35 miles per hour. Looks like we've got a bit of a slowdown building. That's southbound on 231. It is 7:08 as you're watching this live stream. Halloween looks good, little breezy, but mostly sunny, 62. Could have some areas of patchy, maybe light frost popping up, maybe Friday morning and Saturday morning. Don't forget, everyone's favorite topic, daylight saving time ends Sunday morning.
All right, good to know. If you're heading out this morning, again, take your time on the roads.
Have a good one, y'all.